Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And today I'm up with a Panalisa project share. I've actually done 4 small projects, and so from all of that haul that I received, I'll show you the products that I've actually used. And the first one is this paper pack, and I've used the carrot sheet. I've used this pack where I've used one of the labels. I've used this pack where I've used one of the labels. This is so pretty. And I have used the tag set. I've used the rabbit and the carrot from this little sort of critter animal set. I've used the oval frames. I've used the little stamps there with a tiny little ball jar. I've used the rabbit. I'm trying to think of the name for that because it actually cuts a whole card, but I actually cut it and then cut it just behind the serration so I could make a panel. So I guess you'd call that a cover plate, wouldn't you? And I've also used the carrot box. Right, so those are the die stamps and bits and bobs that I've used. So first up, the carrot box, and it's a really cute size. And what I did was I pulled it in to tighten it. You can see just how deep that is. I don't know if I glued it correctly along there, but it's got the little folding flaps. Now what I didn't do was I didn't score it across here, and to make it nice and tidy, really you should absolutely score it, but I just tied it up with some garden twine. I'm just going to unravel that there, make sure I'm unraveling it right, and you can see what a lovely size it is. But did you see how these are scored and they fold in? I should have done the same here and also here. And once you finish layering all this up, because you can see how many layers there are, you end up with a sturdy top of your carrot. And I've actually used craft cardstock and then glued orange on because I've just bashed that, because my craft cardstock is the most sturdy. So that is how you do the carrot box. And it also comes with this gorgeous little rabbit, which can be used on absolutely anything. That would look really pretty in the middle of Easter rosettes, or just on a little toothpick in cupcakes, you know. Just poke it in the top of a cupcake, do them all in candy colours. But it's such a lovely box, and now it's made, as I said, I can fully measure it. So at the top, the objects that you can fit in, I would say, is 2 3/8 of an inch. And then down at the point of the box, we are at, let me get that dead centre, that is 2 7/8 of an inch. But obviously the overall height of it, because you can trim those bits off and just leave yourself with a very large carrot, punch a hole, and then you've got a carrot tag. So you know, you can multi-use stuff like this. In fact, it's really important to do that, you know, because we all want our money's worth. Right, next up is the cover panel, I'm going to call it. And I cut it in white. And Panalisa's always sending me these little goodie bags with these little, you know, resin flowers and stuff in. Little enamel dots. So I thought I'd pop those on there. Now you can see, if you were cutting this as a card, you would have your panel and your back, but I just cut this as a white panel because I wanted to see my carrot paper going on underneath, and my carrot paper is then stuck to an opening card. So I did a regular open shut card, just run the glue just along that edge there so that you can open it. You can see all your happy stuff. You could put a lovely panel and a sentiment there if you wanted to, and then it just opens. But I kind of like the idea of that, you know, sort of like hovering off the surface, as you can see. I just thought that was really pretty, really cute, and very quick because you're just running it through, gluing it down on whatever paper you want to. You can, of course, if you want to, stamp a sentiment or use an Easter going down there, you know, sort of EASTR, falling. I don't know what you call those stamps. Yeah, that's my excuse for this time in the morning. But I've got my really cute little shimmery enamel dots on there, and I really like that. Really sweet, super easy. And of course, if you put it down flat, you can paper piece all your bits back in. So, you know, you could have your pastely pink heart, and then you could have little lemon or mint green stitching around the pocket. And obviously, you know, do your rabbit whatever colour, and then you could go all pastel, paper piecing your little egg pieces and your little diamonds back in. But I just really love that. It's cute. So my finished card, once I'd finished making it, is 5 1/4 and 4 1/4. So that's that one. And then next up, I decided to use one of those sticky labels from this pack here, that floral pack. I'm going to be using a lot of that in my garden journal, and I paired it up with those lovely oval dies, and I'm doing a close-up so that you can see the embossing and the piercing. Just really cute. And here's where I use that. It's almost like washi tape. In fact, it is washi tape. That's what I'm going to call it. And I stuck that down, and then I used, if I can get a clear picture, a 4.5mm flat back on there. There we go. Just a really lovely rabbit. And I paper pieced the crafting to go with the background, and I used one of the words that came in this pack, which is magical. Just really sweet. And then I use my Touch 5 markers. So it's just nice to be able to, you know, send a grown-up kind of Easter card. I mean, that, you know, grown-up or child, but that one's definitely a grown-up Easter card. So I did that, and I've lost my ruler again. I'm going to measure the oval, because I can't remember whether I did it in the haul or not. And it's 4 3/4 inches, the biggest one that comes in this set here. And there are 3 of them. And then last but not least, the stamps and the tag and that label. So I just did this, and I stamped it using StazOn. Let's see how close we can go. There you go. I used StazOn onto a piece of acetate, and then I cut it out, and then I used my little birdie dewdrops on there to get that ripply pale blue effect, which is this stuff. It's usually $1 a bottle. I haven't been on Birdie site for ages, but you know, you'll have to have a look. And then those are those stamps. Just stamp them there, just touch them with a little bit of Distress ink behind. And I just think it looks really lovely against that lacy butterfly. And of course then you've got the tag, you've got the reinforcer, and I've just used another piece of my garden twine because I've got it on my desk. But I really love that. Look at that. Gives such a great effect when you pop it onto acetate. Kind of water, isn't it? Very glassy water. And you do get those little sort of bubbles. I made little bubbles there. Right. I'm going to measure that again. And I'm going to go to the top of the tag. Get my ruler the right way around. And that is 5 1/8 of an inch. But I really love that. Really pretty. Right, that is what I have for you today. I am up again tomorrow with more from Panalisa. Thanks so much for watching. Have an absolutely awesome day. And as usual, all links below. Bye.